Hey, everybody. What's going on? What's hot? What's hip? What's happening? What is shaking on your Monday night? Tonight, we're going to tell you about the Spruce Goose. Yeah. Tomorrow night, we're going to be doing something that we haven't done, actually. Well, we might have done a little of it, but we haven't done it since before we started doing the show again. And it's something we call randomata. Yes, tomorrow night we will be doing randomata. Let's see if anybody in the room here would remember that. I don't even know if anybody will remember that. No, I don't think anybody would. Hey, Duke's, the Duke's cat, the Duke John's cat Xavier. One of the best screen names ever. Good evening. How are you? Doing it big Tom, but not P. Diddy big. Speaking of doing it big, like, share, subscribe, retweet, notification bell, all the free things that will serve the almighty algorithm, and then we have memberships and super chats if you'd like to contribute to the show. We do have a goal every night. It is any amount of money. And then turn on your gifted memberships. Tells how at the bottom of the screen. Real easy. And you could get one. Yeah. That's him, the one, the only, the legend. Oh, by the way, Doc Torn, thank you so much. That's it. I am Stone Green. Not Stone, but it's a long story. Not even a show rated all of the talk show hosts on the internet. Red for bad, orange for okay, and green for the best. And they said that I am permanently green rated. I'm the only one, so that's in stone, and then they call it Stone Green. All right, so Doc Torn remembers. Oh yeah, Doc Torn, you remember. Randomata. It was right after the Tom Gully song. That's right. Terry Nee has shattered our goal tonight. Now, of course, we'd not turn away any other contributions, but Terry Nee, thank you. Terry Nee, I love Terry Nee. Terry Nee cracks me up every chat room that I'm in. And I should mention, I believe I will be on Out of the Coffin on Levyverse tomorrow morning at, I think, 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So, was on this weekend. It was a blast. It was an absolute blast. Oh, I'm wearing this very purposefully today. This is the worst collar that I have. And you might not be able to tell, my hair's wet. It's in damp. I just went running before I did the show. So I pulled the worst collar that I have. It's a long sleeve shirt. Got it in Atlanta, 1998 Eagleston Rainbow Run. Okay. This is the worst one that I have, John. Granted, it's 26 years old. And it's still better than any of yours. Joker says, breaking news, Charlie the cow escaped his pen. He was in the pool. The fire department had to get Charlie out. He's on the local news. Moving. Joker says, Tom's super fun on Bob's show. Way better than on this show. Hey, somebody, what was it, Aku? Or was it Sven Dunkel? Or was it Julian Caesar? It was one of you folks recommended to me that I try the Monster Energy Zero Sugar Ultra Strawberry Dreams. It was very, very, very good. I got a 6 of them. It was good. It was very good. It didn't. See, one of the reasons I drink Red Bull is Red Bull gives you that sock on the jaw. It gives you, and it didn't do that, but it was very good. That was me, says Aku. Well, Aku, thank you. And you guys can't tell, but the can is all fancy. See how all fancy that is? And you're going, well, that's not that fancy. Well, until you realize that along the sides and on the bottom, there's it's embossed. It's got bumps and stuff that. Sorry. Aku says Peach is good too. Hey, there she is. The Queen of Sonic Asylum Radio, Metal Maiden Vicky. If you're not listening to Metal Maiden Vicky's Metal Euphoria on Saturdays, then you just don't like metal. You just don't. You're just not a metal person. You tell yourself you are, but you're not. Hey, Toms. Good evening to you and everyone in chat. I just finished watching the Porta Potty show and looked at the clock and was like, oh, crap. It's the actual time for Tom's show. So here I am. Hey, Metal Maiden Vicky, it is so good to see you. And I love her show so much. I, for a long time, didn't get to listen because I was at the big fancy radio station. But you should check it out. You really like it. Especially, and if you like metal in general, go to sonicasylumradio.com and do the deal. They got good stuff all day long. And I'll say it again. I've said this many times. And she's heard me say it. Metal Maiden Vicky does the best interviews of bands. You know, they have the actual band in the studio of anyone I've ever seen in my life or heard. Nina Blackwood. All right. Oh, damn. I messed up. Terry Nee says, Strawberry Dreams. Where's your pride, man? Oh, no. Ultra Strawberry Dreams. It has the word strawberry in it. I love strawberry. The blue one of them, is blueberry pomegranate. I'm going to have to check these out a little more, too, because they were not expensive. They were okay. Eric Harrison says, Sixer of Monster. That's the morning ritual. Nah, it took me all week. I still have a couple left. Assembled. Toby McGrovey. I really do love the Gullarinos Assemble. I do love that. Metal Maiden Vicky says, thank you, Tom. Don't thank me. You did all the work. That's a good monster drink. Oh, man. Doc Torn, you are too kind. Thank you for the $20. He says, why? 'Cause. That's why. 'Cause. Good morning from Europe, says our good friend Sven Dunkel. Randy says the chef is in the house, making that fancy food there at that country club. Terry Nee, Doctor. Aku says there's two versions of Orange Dreamsicle, and the rain version isn't as creamy. Look for it in the Nitro brand. It's carbonated with nitrogen. I'm going to check that out. I've gotten other things recently that are Dreamsicle flavored. I love that flavor. Bam! Jokerfish says, hello, Metal Maiden Vicky. I'm a punk rocker. Well, that's just it. Metal Maiden Vicky will go into some punk, and she'll go into some little dance, and a little of this, and a little of that. She's got these really cool segments, the alphabet attack, where she'll give you the letter of the band and the letter of the song. So if it was A and W, letter of the band is A. ABBA or ABBA, depending upon what part of the country you're from. And the song is W, Waterloo. So there's how you play that game. And then you submit those in her chat, and she'll play them during her show and talk about them and stuff. And there's another one dedicated to her sister, the late, great Lori Dancer, called Lori's Just Dance a Few. And that one is just anything you can dance to, man. Slam dance, slow dance, letter dance. She's just really good. She's really good. Metal Maiden Vicky says, wow, coming from you, that means a lot. Thank you so much. And comparing to Nina Blackwood, dang, love her. Notice I did not compare you to Martha Quinn, because that would have been insulting. Metal Maiden Vicky, hey, Jokerfish, awesome. We play quite a bit of punk on our shows, too. They do. And frankly, when I first started listening and first started being on their show, punk was my way to sort of play the game, because I'm not that versed in metal. And, yeah, man, they do. You need to sit in on that, man. Right on, Vicky. Metal Maiden Vicky says, I've interviewed both Richie Ramone and CJ Ramone, both awesome guys. You know, I'm going to watch Rock and Roll High School again this week. I've got it on Blu-ray. I'm just going to watch it. Great movie. Well, you know, I like the show. Well, we like you too, Doc Torn. You're a good man. Aku says, sorry, To clarify, I don't know if the orange dreamsicle is in the nitro line, but the line is really worth a look. I will give it a look. Well, maybe because I love ABBA. ABBA. I've never gotten the actual. I do too. My. And Waterloo, Napoleon did surrender. Waterloo is my favorite song by them, although I like Dancing Queen and I like all the other stuff. At the age that I'm at, I was bombarded by ABBA, whatever, when I was in that teenage music era. On the radio, it was letter M, The Misfits. Terry Nee says W and O. Bands with W? Well, The Who, if it's T, you're allowed to take the T up. The Who, isn't there a Who song that has an O and Oh, Rain Over Me or something like that? I don't know. I can't do it right now. I'm doing a show. But it's fun. It's a fun game to play. Metal Man Vicky says, yes, I will be bringing up that segment on an upcoming show. Just not ready yet. Okay. Martha Quinn says, from my hometown, says Metal Man Vicky. Same town as Peter Falk. Wow. Metal Man Vicky has an ornate background history. I think she was mobbed up for a while. Can't remember the whole story. Might have been her husband. I can't remember. Funky Bronco. Who's your favorite Ramone? Mine was Dee Dee. I don't think I can pick. I like them all so well. Dee Dee's a pretty good choice, though. Awesome, Vicky. Who said they were the punk person? Who said that? Let me go back here for a second, just to clarify. I like the show. Joker. Okay, here, Joker. When I started the show, I mentioned that Boogers McGee was a roadie for Sham 69 in 1978. Now, if you're a punk rocker, you better know who Sham 69 is. If the kids are united, we will never be divided. Anyway, Metal Man Vicky. Hard to pick one. Dee Dee did seem to be very cool, though. Yes. Kiss. Disco. I remember one of the stations in our town. First thing that happened was one of the stations was full disco, and they were called Kiss 99. When disco came, and everybody was like, oh, station full of disco. Whoa, but they did it. And disco was so popular that they got a good following. One of the stations, like the rock station, because there's several rock stations, of course. One of the rock stations said, yeah, we're not having that. And they changed their station image to like 104.1, the Disco Destroyer. Solid rock, the Disco Destroyer. Do you guys remember seeing, well, he was on ER and he played Jerry on ER. Big, giant guy. And then he was in Open Range with Kevin Costner and Robert Duvall, and he played a big, giant guy. Well, that actor's name is, I believe, Adam Ben-Ruby. I think he's from Indianapolis because his dad, who I believe was Sam Ben-Ruby, I want to say, was a big disc jockey and also was in a band. He was in a band like REO Speedwagon or something like that, but not really. I mean, he was in it when they weren't popular for 5 seconds. So, but that's Adam Ben-Ruby's dad. He was one of the big disc jockeys in town because Kiss 99 didn't just go to disco. They hired all the big disc jockeys from around town, and he was one of them that they got. Wendy O. Williams. Oh, yes. Yes. With the wall of TVs. That's my favorite Wendy O. Williams thing. Crashing through the wall of TVs. Doctrine says, Knowing Me, Knowing You is my favorite ABBA song, hands down. Knowing Me, Knowing You is, I want to say that's a cover. And I want to say it's a cover of, it might not be. But I think there is a song or an album by Neil Diamond called Knowing Me, Knowing You. And there were a bunch of the songs on it that were written by Neil Diamond, but there were other songs that were written by Buffy Sainte-Marie. So that might be who wrote it. I don't know. Why am I doing Metal Maiden Vicky's show right now? Okay, Jen, 1313, my friend, lives in Peter Falk's house. Man, they're just crossing all over today. I got to hurry up because I've got to get to the topic. I like progressive Slavic grindcore. That's very specific. My late husband, Joe. Yeah, I knew you were mobbed up, man. Oh, God. I'm way behind on these chats. Randy says, I saw Kiss 3 times, but not the disco Kiss. That's good. Or did you the one, or the Kiss where they all wore suits? Jokerfish. Vicky, we played with Dee Dee, and the bass player went to sing for the Misfits. Played with Marky. Bismarck. Jokerfish. If the kids are united, well, Jokerfish. What about there's going to be a Borstal breakout? There's going to be a Borstal breakout. Gonna be a... Oh, man, it's so good. I've seen you before, and I come what I didn't do. And all of these things I run for. Oh, God, it's just, there's, yeah, Jokerfish. Nice Jokerfish. One of my soccer teams that I coached, I had a boombox, and I had a bunch of CDs that I made specifically for training. And all of the CDs I made for this one team, because they loved it, was If the Kids Are United. They couldn't get enough of that song. Who sings Devil's Advocate? No idea. Dee was very nice, but spaced out. Well, those guys might have gone through some pharmaceuticals in their career. Metal Man Vicky's, that's a new subgenre for me. What, Slavic grindcore? Metal Man Vicky says, Doc Sorn, excellent ABBA song. Hungus says, I just made it up. That's even better. Hungus, Sven, that's one of those things that you made up as a joke, but somebody heard it and went, and like 5 years from now, we'll find out that there's a 3-day music festival in, Oslo, Norway. It's nothing but, or Prague or somewhere. Vicky, we played with a lot of street punk bands. Metal Man Vicky says, hey, with all the bizarre subgenres that pop up, that seemed legit to me. Me too, Metal Man Vicky. Haha, I got you there. We could make that happen. I really feel like we could make that happen. Very cool, Gene 1313. Wendio and the Plasmatics. Yes. Aku says, I got to ask my local jockeys why they don't use their real voice on the radio. Unsurprisingly, I didn't get an answer. Security guy was cool to hang with. What's worse than the local radio guys are the guys that do football games. That can't be their real voice. Over the middle, and he's got to the 25-yard line. It's like, hello, honey, where are the kids? What are we having for dinner tonight? Brian Kowalczyk, my DFW buddy, says, yo, Tom in chat. Brian's pretty funny. Stacey Ellen says, what's today's Tom talk about? The Spruce Goose, actually, if we even get to the subject, because tomorrow is Randomata. It's random. I just randomly go to clips from the 60 or 80 hours of comedian Kip Adada that I have of us talking. And then, Tuesday, I'm shooting because I need to test out my technology. I want to start having guests on through StreamYard, but I want to make sure that my computer is set up right and everything's cool. So I'm tomorrow going to try and close the deal on a very special guest. And then if that works and everything goes okay, Friday, I will have another special guest on that I may have appeared on their show this weekend. Hungus is a laughing. Jokerfish says, Wendy Owen, the Plasmatics with Lemme. Oh, boy. That's a show. Stacey Allen. The road is named after him. Oh, Peter Falk Road, One Eye Road. People saying hi. Stacey Allen's here. Good to see her. Metal Main Vicky says, always use my real voice in the radio. I don't know how. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I do a little bit. And especially when I, do the news. I don't think it's totally my voice. 5 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock, good morning. 5 people in a 2-car accident were killed last night in Grand Prairie. There's a thing you do. There's a delivery. There's a cadence that you would do for news or for certain things. But it's kind of still my voice. I don't go, 5 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock, you're listening to the news voice of North Texas. I don't do any of that. Julian Caesar says, geez, thought I was the only one who got annoyed at those fake announcer voices. No, we all do. Jokerfish says 1950s radio baseball announcers speak proper English. Yes. And there coming to the plate is Harmon Killebrew. Harmon's been knocking the hide off the ball lately. He's averaging .370, and of course he leads the American League in home runs. Trotting there at first base, leading off, really daring the pitcher to, they're very, get Bob Levy. If I get the technology, because if Bob Levy comes on, I'm not gonna, how can I say this? Okay, put yourself in my shoes. You invite Bob Levy on, and there's technical issues. How do you think that's gonna go? So I want to make sure that's not. Ray DeVito, no, Ray I don't think will ever be on this show. I never say never, but I would doubt that Ray will be on the show. Ray don't know who I am. Aku says, I can only name Lay All Your Love as a Apple song. Only listen to the Nightcore version. Well, I didn't know there was a Nightcore version. Are you going to do the song before Randomata? I'm going to do the song before Randomata. No. I probably won't do the song. You're talking about the old intro song. Probably not. Send John the link. First of all, John wouldn't come on here. Second of all, John doesn't know who I am. Third of all, there's no reason for John to know who I am. Fourth of all, if he came on here, he'd leave feeling he'd been crapped through a small dog. Same goes for that midget, at Vince the Lawyer. Vince the Lawyer today in Bob's show indicated he wants me to come on his show at like noon Eastern on Friday. I'm not doing anything with that guy ever. What he did to Artie Lang, nope. You won't be on this, and I won't be on yours. You'll ask me to be on yours, but I won't. I will never ask you to be on this show. Hiya, folks, says Rumpled Trenchcoat, the Columbo podcast. Hey, Rumpled, good to see you, man. Thought of you this weekend. I watched the Double Shock, the Martin Landau tennis. I think that's what it was called. The one I watched was Double Shock. Was it Martin Landau? Anyway, I watched Columbo this weekend. Thought of it. Metal Maiden Vicky says, Aku, many metal hard rock bands cover Ava with Lay All Your Love on Me. Seems to be the most popular. Yeah, be good. Can it be Bob? The Wolf is here. Didn't get that picture transferred. Good God, I'm never going to get to the topic today. That's so much chat. Toby Regrovi says, I got my first TSN sub ever from Brian Kowalczyk. It started a great year for me. Yeah, Brian Kowalczyk is a very generous man. Metal Main Vicky says, yeah, a cadence, not a different sound or tone, if you will. Golf announcers is the best. Yeah, there he is in the 14th green. He's fighting a headwind. And don't know if you know this, Bill, but he's a private pilot. Yeah, he got his flying license last year. And of course, took courage there on 15 to go up into that headwind out of the bunker. And it took courage. Took a set of golf clubs. August says, I'll forgive news and sports having certain inflection, but just chatting is dishonest. Yeah, no. Well, like Aaron Imholt has FM radio guy voice. There's other people that do too in the Dabbleverse that have fake radio voice a little bit. And we don't have any real pukers. Pukers back in the day were 5 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. Since y'all asked to see a tour of the Bayou, I got the GoPro cam, and next Friday I'm on book another Bayou tour. Let me know when that's done, Doc Torn, if there's a place where I can show it. Or at some point, if you got Dropbox or something, send it to me and I'll put it on the show. Toby says, thanks again, Brian Kowalczyk. He's a good man, that Brian Kowalczyk. Jokerfish says, grab the radio mic. Hey, waka waka, everybody. Traffic is bad, weather is bad, news, traffic, and weather together on the 8s. You guys hear that? Do you hear that? It's pretty loud. It's that time of year. Come on, there's nothing more perv than the fake radio voice. Why is it I don't mind the fake radio voice from like the 30s to the 60s, Ladies, how would you like to avoid the drudgery of constantly having to beat your carpets with a, Here's a mealtime secret that'll save you. Anyway, Randy, I saw Joan Jett with the Plasmatics in concert. I saw Joan Jett with the Police, the Cars, and then Night Ranger for some reason. Joey C. We'll see. Melanie Vicky says, the English Town, New Jersey ads just came to mind. Sunday, 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 be there where the big ones run, run, run. We'll have Don Garlitz, and we'll have Joey Chitworth and his Thrill Ride Auto Show. Truckosaurus will be there, free balloons and hot dogs for the kids. World of Outlaw Sprints, Rich Vogler, and I hear you. Shirley Muldowney. Brian Kowalczyk says, Dallas driving, I think it is an all-time worst. Got clipped by someone in a fit of road rage Friday for no reason. 75 at Hall. No damage, thankfully. Brian, I've been here for 25 years. And since COVID ended, I don't know what's happened to this city. I know tons of people from California are moving out here, and I know that the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, I believe, is the fastest growing metropolitan area because so many people are coming here. But the traffic has just gotten brutal. I don't know if, Brian, you probably know this. The CBS building, I was at 75 in Throckmorton. Building used to say CBS Radio at the top. Now it says Odyssey. And I used to be able to make that in like 10 minutes. Now it's 30 to 40 minutes. And it's really weird too because the whole town's pretty much the same except these spots that they have now where you're fine, everything's fine, everything's normal, everything's bam! Gridlock for like 4 miles. Then you get past that and everything's cool. Anyway, like you guys care. Dr. Arm, awesome. Looking forward to it. Grovey, damn, y'all got to see all the good bands. Man, Night Ranger. I didn't understand Night Ranger in it, but Night Ranger, they did a good job. I also went to another show. This is around the same time. But whereas the show I just mentioned was in Market Square Arena, which is about a 17,000, like a basketball arena. This next show was in the Hoosier Dome, which was 60,000 people for this show. U2, Los Lobos, who else? I don't think the Police was on that one. Anyway, there was like 7 bands, and they're all incredible. Vinny the Lawyer is a barnacle. He so is. He's fun out of the coffin last time. Yes, it was more fun than the last time. I'm getting a little more. Hey, for whatever reason, I got the feeling that Bob was feeling no pain on Saturday morning. Maybe he was just up early or something. Maybe he just got done swimming. I don't know. Vince is deranged. Yeah, he's got a psychopathy of some kind. Toby McGrovey says, Rumpled Trenchcoat, welcome back. Yes. Yes, Martin Landau was called Double Shock. I just watched that one. Rumpled, now they're starting to pop up in my YouTube feed, which is kind of cool. Hungus says, need to sleep. Sorry, guys, still not fully recovered. Don't worry about it, Hungus. We thought you were asleep. Joker says, I was watching Columbo. I think Robert Culp did it. God, I love Robert Culp. Doctrine says, Terry Nee just got to figure out how to work the GoPro first. Love BK. Love BK. BK is, I know it's Burger King, but it's, yeah. Brian Kowalczyk. Rumple Trenchcoat said the odds are pretty good on that. Yeah, got a good chance. Wait, the Spruce Moose was a real thing? The Spruce Goose. I'm going to tell you about it here in a second. Chris Berman was horrid at covering golf. You know, Chris Berman I have a little bit of nostalgic for, but it's kind of a one-trick pony. And once, he's great at football, but everything else, Rumble Trenchcoat, I thought so. He looks suspicious. Robert Culp looks suspicious. Puker equals Rob Saul. Rob's a little bit of a puker. Well, you know, John, these guys over there, they just trying to find a way to... Whatever. Someone's breaking into the Jag. Oh, no. That was not a Jag horn. That's a Kia horn. My Jag horn sounds like the trumpets they blow at the gates of heaven. So true. So true. Is the Spruce Goose selling ice cream? No. God, these chats are coming in like crazy. Rob Stinks. Hey, by the way, like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff for free that you can do to, especially the like button, help us with the almighty algorithm. There's super chats and memberships. You can do that. We'd love it if you did. Our goal today is any amount of money, and we've already made $1. No, wait, we made $21 because Doc Torn was nice enough to give us $20. And gifted memberships are great. You can see how to do it in the bottom of the crawl. Rob Stinks. You know, Gene, what would be my worst nightmare is if somebody told me that I was Bob Levy's Rob Saul. And whenever Bob said, you know, the other day I lit my sleeve on fire. And I went, well, you know, Bob, yeah, lighting your sleeve on fire. It's not such a bad. I mean, it's getting cold in the Northeast, so it's the way to stay warm. I think that's a great idea. I would hate that. 40s News Real Voice is important. Oh, you bet it is. Leaders of foreign nations today were in the gallery of the Capitol. They came to see that they could not see at home. Democracy in action. Anyway. I know what you mean, Joker. To all the ships at sea. Do I need to... Hold on a second here, kids. I don't think some of you have heard... Let me see here if I can... I don't think some of you have heard the opening of the old opening of the Tom Gully Show, if I can find it. I think that's what somebody was talking about earlier. But opener. There's nothing with the word open in here. Walking Dead, open. Crap. All right. right, now I'm going to have to... How can I do this? What's the best way to do this? Okay. Okay, this is going to be the best way to do that. Hold on, kids. If you want to hear, not that you do, but if you, let's just do this real quick. Because I don't think some of you probably have heard this crap. Let's get you guys up to speed on this crap. Gosh, oh golly gumption. All right, let's play. Let's play the opening of one of the podcasts so you guys can hear the song and everything. That's the Super Bowl review. Sorry, I'm trying to go to a good episode where I know the opening of it is... screw it. Let's just do this one. I don't even know what this will sound like at the beginning. Here's a few exciting scenes from tonight's episode of The Tom Gully Show. Sorry, that's the opening of the Jack Benny Show, and I probably would get dinged for that. I don't think I shouldn't get dinged for playing my podcast, though.
He's like, you got to get better. You got to watch that. And it could be difficult at times.
Smoking cigarette. I have to imagine that you've spoken to Joan Benny. Let's see.
So happy remembering, all the good feelings that the shows gave them.
LSMFT, LSMFT, LSMFT.
Due to some violent content,
okay, here we go.
parental discretion is advised.
It's time, America. Mr. and Mrs. North and South American, all the ships at sea, let's go to press.
So sit back, buckle in, place your tray table in its upright locked position, and get ready for big-time radio, friends. It's time for...
All right, that's the opening of the podcast. I don't even know if we're going to get to the damn Spruce Goose today. Tempted. Tempted by the fruit of another. Tempted, but the truth is discovered. What's been going on? Now that you have gone, there's no other. Tempted by the fruit of another. Who, Tom? That sounds like an incredible concert. Yeah, man. I could probably look up that one at Hoosier Dome. I first saw Joan Jett at my college, SUNY New Paltz, New York. She was one of the bands that played the college spring weekend on the tripping fields, as they're called. I saw the Beaver Brown Band, John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band, way before they were famous. Like frequently, like all the time, in Providence, Rhode Island. Randy says, Summer Rose came over today. We went out to eat at Denny's. So I'm saying I had a good day. God, I want some Denny's right now. I don't even know what I'm having for dinner. But I want something. Okay, hold on a second here, folks. Why did I open that damn thing up? I just now played it. Yeah, I don't know that you guys want to hear now. Screw it. I played enough of it. All right, here we go. I saw her one time, love her. Gene says, I saw her at the Chance in New York. Everybody's seen Joan Jett. Hey, by the way, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts put on an incredible show. They were really good. Oh, no, not California Drivers. Yeah, and people here complain about it, and I go, at least you're not in Austin. Austin might as well be in California now. Which sucks because it's the state capital, and it used to be really cool. Metal Bane Vicky says, Gene, the Chance Been going there since the mid-'80s. You two need to go see the Hitman Blues Band. Russell Alexander and the Hitman Blues Band. I think they play out in Long Island a lot. Gene says, well, late 90s for me. Cool. Brian Kowalczyk says, 21 years here. L.A. is ruining this city. It was so nice early 2000s, but the L.A. trash has been fun to date. Yes. Yes. You know, Brian, when I first moved here, I lived in Flower Mound. And I worked downtown, like off of Wendell Rogers, the Olive Exit area, just a little bit south of the Arts District, in a big skyscraper. And from Flower Mound to downtown Dallas took me 25 to 30 minutes. Now, that's a 2-hour trip. Anyway, Stacey Ellen says, I have a crappy 4-hour layover at DFW next week. Anything good to pass the time at the airport? I wish I could say there is, but it would just be the same stuff as is in any other airport. You know, there's a bunch of food courts and bookstores and that kind of crap. You know, they got Fridays. They got, the various restaurants. There's like probably a nicer one in there somewhere. But yeah, I can't say that there's really any. I wish I could, but I don't think there is. Sorry. If it was the old days when like people, remember the old days when you could accompany people to the gate? You'd even see it in movies. The whole family would be there going at the gate. Well, you can't do that anymore. If it was the old days, I'd come over there, hang out for 4 hours. But it's not, so I can't. And you probably don't want to leave the airport, even though you have 4 hours. You could. I mean, you're right next to Irving, which has tons of stuff, if you decided to do that. The doctrine says, huzzah, middle maiden Vicky. Huzzah. Oh no, a guy on wrestling broke the rules and the ref wasn't looking. that ref really needs to pay a little closer attention to that foreign object in the trunks. Toby McGrovey says, Tom, that was perfect, Rob saw. Don't forget his weird smile where he looks like somebody's yanking the corner of his mouth downward away from his nose. Yeah. Brian Kowalczyk says, what terminal and what time, Stacey Allen? I'll bring a Mickey and we can get a buzz out in luggage parking. I'll tell you what, man, that covered parking on the level, well, no, actually, it's on the same level if you want as baggage claim. Or if you just do it the level of ticketing, you can go right into that covered parking area. I think you're allowed to smoke there, too. I know you can smoke just outside the terminal. Rob comes to life when someone starts making fun of Bob and his lady. Dang it, I was going to. All right. My brother interviewed Robert Plant. Robert gave him 2 tickets to the concert, 5th row seats. It was incredible. Damn. Aku says, just remember to tell YouTube TOS you aren't violating it. Just like John to his dates. Yeah, dates. Aku, haha. Hey, by the way, who cuts a steak in half on a date, much less the first date? You know? That is the most classless. It's first date. And he said, oh, she didn't look like a pictures. Yeah, do you look like your frickin' 30-year-old picture champ? I don't care who shows up. If you're on a dating app, you're not going to know what that person really looks like until they are right in front of you in 3 dimensions. Okay, so you get what you get. But if you invite or agree to meet someone out and you're a gentleman, you would never say, let's cut a steak in half, especially at Dantana's. That's a legit place, okay? What you would do is just order your food like a normal human being. And then if there's extra, then take it home. And she gets to do the same thing. Because that's what non-scumbags do. Can you imagine how that chick felt? Hey, I meet this guy out for a date, and he's wanting to saw the steak in half at the table. Jack Benny is super fun. Yeah, that's an interview I did with the president of the International Jack Benny Fan Club. So, all right, the phone lines are open at 972-994-6822. We're not getting to the Spruce Goose today, I don't think. There we go. This has never happened, by the way, that we have not gotten to the topic. Rumple Trenchcoat says, Mr. and Mrs. North America and all the ships at sea. That's Walter Winchell. Good evening, Mrs. North. Good evening, Mrs. Northern. Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. North America and all the ships at sea. Dateline, New York. Yeah. Is this thing still slowing down my deal? It is kind of. I'm not crazy about that, but Walter Winchell was also the voice of the Untouchables on television. Elliot Ness and his men had surrounded Frank Nitti at the warehouse on 34th and 2nd. Because is back in the day of the transatlantic radio, they also had to talk like that due to the mics that were used. Yes, there were certain things they did have to do because of those old paper and charcoal condenser mics. Squeeze were a good band. Tim Jenkinson. I am a tremendous Squeeze fan. I have a Squeeze t-shirt in there, and I have all the Squeeze albums. Squeeze, incredible. Squeeze also is part of the story of a guy that's is an interesting guy in rock history. And let's see here. Come on. Do my bidding. Paul Carrick is his name. He's a British singer and musician. And he's got this bizarre history because he was with a band called Ace, and he's the lead singer that you've heard of from a band called Ace because they do a song called How Long Has This Been Going On? And that's him singing it, okay? He may have written it. So he's with Ace, and he has that huge hit, and it's a great song, by the way. You know, all your friends with their fancy persuasions won't admit that it's part of a scheme, but I can't help but have my suspicions, because I ain't quite as dumb as I seem. Oh, you never said you intended to break up our sea in this way, but there ain't it. Anyway, so he stops doing that, and he joins a band as a keyboard player. That band was already successful, and that band was called Squeeze. Okay? Now, he just got with the band, like just joined the band, and they're doing a new album. And the guy producing the album is a man by the name of Elvis Costello. And they're singing one of the songs. The lead singer of Glenn Tilbrook, the lead singer of Squeeze, is singing the song, and Elvis Costello goes, I think maybe he should do it. So when you hear the Squeeze song, Tempted, I bought a toothbrush, a suitcase, tempted by the fruit of another, tempted but the truth is discovered. That's Paul Carrack. Then he joined Roger Waters' backing band. But then, from the mid-'80s to the late 90s, he was the co-lead singer and sang Silent Running, The Living Years Over My Shoulder for Mike and the Mechanics. So he's this guy really that most people don't even know his name. But he's been with these giant bands, and he just kind of walks in these bands, has a huge hit, and then, anyway, Paul Carrack. We could do it. Maybe I'll do a show on Paul Carrack one day. Let me write that down. There we go. Now, my biggest Squeeze. Oh, John Ziermite, I'm here for the Spruce Goose. John Ziermites, I don't know that we're going to get to the Spruce Goose, sadly, because I got 14. We just got too many chats. It's never happened before. I'll do the Spruce Goose tomorrow. Again. Squeeze. Terry Nee says, I want liver and onions. It's been decades. Oh, the Chance in New York. Right on. Fun spot. Melanie and Vicky says, yes, Hudson Valley, Westchester County. Joker says it's shut down now. Now you got to leave 4 a.m. Yeah, Brian. No doubt. And you better pray there's no accidents down south of where 75 turns into like the Death Star. Down where 75 turns into like the Death Star and 40-foot walls on each side. Hi, welcome to Tom Gully Show. You're on the air.
Tom? Hi, multiple caller, long-time listener.
Is this Doc Torn?
No, that's Randy.
Oh, sorry. How you doing?
That's all right.
Yeah, just tell me who you are. Make me drag it out of you.
Drag it out. So, I guess we didn't get to the topic of the show, which is okay, but I just want to let everyone know that's listening, it's a good show, and I enjoy it. My crew is, when I'm working, and I put it on, and they listen to it also. So,
cool.
Just want to let you know. Matter of fact, me and Summer went out to Denny's, like I said earlier, and she even says that she pops in every now and then and enjoys it.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it.
Most definitely.
And the Colts won?
The Colts did win.
Hey, how about that?
They're not a great team, but they did win. I say the last two games, they pulled it out of their and they won.
Right. Cool.
You were talking about traffic and everything. Here at Indy, Taylor Swift is coming to play 3 concerts. And we're doing a lot of construction here, reconstruction, if you want to put it that way, on the highways and the side roads also. And it's going to be a mess. Like you said, it took you X amount of minutes to get to work one time, and now it's, even more.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy. It is just going to be crazy.
Well, Taylor Swift, she's probably causes traffic problems wherever she goes, but anyway.
Right.
Any old way. Well, Randy, I'm going to try and plow through some of these doggone chats here.
Sure. Most definitely.
Get through
I'll talk to you some other time.
Hey, I do appreciate you calling, Randy, and thanks for being a part of the show. Everybody loves it when you come in here.
I appreciate that also.
All right. Tell Summer Rose I said hello. Best to you guys both.
I certainly will.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is the great Randy Ramos. He's a chef. I wish I could have talked to him longer, but I get nervous when I have work to do during the show. Work to do during the show. Last time I had a layover, I walked around asking other passengers if they know the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Randy Ramos, for all we know, could be the Muffin Man. I'm sure he's made muffins. Metalman Vicky says, Doc Torn, my first super on Tom's show. Hey now, was there a, oh my God, I haven't been paying attention because this is down the thing. Things have been happening. Metal Maiden Vicky thank you, Metal Maiden Vicky, $2 super sticker. Thank you, Metal Maiden Vicky. That is very generous of you. But look at this. The great Brian Kowalczyk has gifted 5 Tom Gully Show memberships. And by the way, turn that gifted membership thing on. Toby McGroby. Toby, thank you. Toby McGroby is great. First of all, I love that 8-bit avatar, but I've been very supportive all over the place, so thank you. Terry Nee has gifted a membership in addition to his $1 donation of earlier. And Terry Nee's a sniper. That's what I'm going to say about him. He just sits in the tall grass and waits. And then you don't really hear it. You like feel a dull, like almost like it's like you got hit with a rock and then a bee sting. And that's the way that snipers do. The Doc Dorn. Oh my goodness. The Doc Dorn has gifted 5 Tom Gully Show membership. The lovely and talented Stacy Allen, who will be our guest here in the DFW Metroplex for 4 solid hours later in the week. She was kind enough to gift 5 Tom Gully Show memberships. Brian Kowalczyk is a new member, but me and BK, we're it's Dallas thing. Don't worry about it. And Metal Maiden Vicky with another very kind $3 super sticker. Thank you, Metal Maiden Vicky. You are the nicest. As Brian Kowalczyk will tell you, we here in DFW, like when I leave here, I'll be riding down the street, but along the side of the street will be wagons and horses and cowboys and Indians and stuff, because it's Dallas. And everybody wears a cowboy hat. Everybody. And most of the women wear dresses made of gingham, paisley dresses made of gingham. And they have purses that don't have handles. They're kind of like a bag with a big rope. The handles are like a rope. And then okay. I'll be honest. Trying to get myself. He fell on his own grenade. Jokerfish says, Howard Hughes had an airplane. He went nutty at the end. Jokerfish, I'll just go ahead and tease people. The Spruce Goose was a Howard Hughes thing. And the Spruce Goose, I'm going to tease tomorrow's show a little bit. The Spruce Goose was one of the biggest aircraft that was ever created. Ever. It is massive. If you put a DC-3 next to it, it looks like a toy. I'm not kidding. And because of the fact that the Spruce Goose was manufactured during World War II, there wasn't metal to make the ship. So this ship right here, and you can see how big it is by looking at the helicopter next to it. That ship is made of wood. Yeah. I'll tell you more about it tomorrow. We'll tease it. That's looking from the middle of the ship to the rear of the ship. This is the flight deck. This is just the pilot's area. This here, that's just where they keep it now. Where am I at? Get myself. It's funny. I like squeeze too. I have a toothbrush, some toothpaste, a flannel for my face. Pajamas, new shoes, and a case. I said to my umbrella, let's get out of this place. Past my bedside empty pocket, foot without a sock, billboards and the buildings, the memories of it. Anyway, black coffee in bed. When I was in college, music videos were a big thing. So for our first video production class, we were given 8mm cameras and told to shoot music videos, any song we wanted, and we would have a big film festival and competition. I won the competition with my music video for Squeeze, Black Coffee in Bed. There's a stain on my notebook that my coffee cup left. Don't make me do all the lyrics. I tried, Brian. You guys are great. You guys are great. Jules Holland. Hey now, who just pulled Jules Holland out of their back pocket? Jules Holland. That's almost as good as Chaz Jankel. I tried, BK. I tried. Oh, you guys were all just trying to get him a membership. I got you. Oh, Abels, you lurker. I tried too. Caught a few good ones. Tim Jenkins says Paul Rogers is another one. He was in Bad Company and Free. Yeah, Paul Rogers is another one of those guys. And by the way, this is on one of my podcasts from the Arlington, Texas guitar show, huge guitar show. I started talking to this guy because I was just, you guys don't know this, most of you, but I used to go big events and just walk around with my audio recorder and interview people. Well, I started talking to this guy that had a booth at the Arlington Guitar Show, and he had these incredible electric guitars. And I start talking to him. He goes, yeah, well, I was in a band. And I went, really? He goes, yeah. And he kept talking. So then after I walked away from him, I looked up his name. His name, I believe, was James Nicholson. He was in, I might as well just look him up. It's because this is going to blow you away. And I'm talking to this guy, and we actually started talking about soccer a little bit. Let me see here if I can. I'll find him because this is a weird thing. Boom. And the band members, past members. Oh, it's James Stevenson is his name. James Stevenson. Okay. A punk alternative guitarist. Incidentally, I am at least 1.5 feet taller than James Stevenson. He was in The Alarm. Okay. He was in Gene Loves Jezebel. Some of you may not know them, but they're good. Gen X. That's the band Billy Idol started in. Yeah. He was in The Cult, which was a pretty awesome band. He was in a punk band called Chelsea. He was also in a band called Holy Holy, the International Swingers. But that's some pretty good thing. And I'm sitting here talking to this guy. No clue as to who he is. None. Zip, zero, zilch, de-nullin. And I go down the thing and, oh my God. And so I had to go back over and talk to him some more. Chris Abels, cock-blocked BK. Did Chris Abels, is he cock-blocking people again? I heard he cock-blocked himself recently, and I got to talk to him about that because I don't know how you can do that. Stacey's got to go find some shows to raid. See y'all there. Yeah, I'm going to be on the raid. God, we got to get out of here. Guys, I got to blow through these chats here because we got to get out of here. I want to go see the raid. Is it started yet? Tiny. Let's see. Crosstown traffic. Randy. Wait, Randy's a chef? Funny. Tim Jenkins says, Taylor Swift, the true cause of global warming. Tom Gully Horse membership. Is he dead and alive? I had to do another one. Thank you, Metal Maiden Vicky, by the way. Thank all of you. Very generous of you. Who is Taylor Swift? She's a girl that looks like a mop turned upside down. Metal Maiden Vicky says, I love that there's the metal sign available. Yeah, there is. Rock on, Metal Maiden Vicky. Hey, Metal Maiden Vicky, you know what this is? Right here? You know what this is? Too much metal for just one hand. You can use that on your own if you want sometime. Well, your show is very entertaining. Love the topics, the off topics, and all of us at Sonic Radio love being supported. Partnering up with your show. Good stuff. Right back at you guys. You guys are the best. Brian Quality says, Apache, jump on it. DFW lifestyle. Howard was very perv and had very many perv projects. Ironic, it's called the Spruce Goose. It's made of spruce. What a coincidence. Actually, did you guys hear that? Hold on a second. Hold on. Sorry about that. Oh, man. Sorry about that. Let's blow through these things real quick. I didn't just break up a fight, but I quieted down a fight. Remember I told you guys about those kids across the street? Incidentally, right now you might be able to hear them yelling at each other still. I don't know if you can or not. It's always impossible for me to tell what you guys can hear, but I went outside and I just went, hey, and they turned around. I don't care if you guys beat each other's brains out in the street. Just do it quietly. If I have to come back out here again, Popo are going to be on the way. So, everyone, please say goodnight, Gracie. Goodnight, Gracie. Brian Qualter says, James Stevenson, still taller than Stuttering. Let's raid. Raid 8:30 Central for us to... Oh, so we got a few minutes. Can you guys hear that? Hold on. If I have to go back out there, there's going to be a problem. 8 o'clock is open for the poors. Well, I'm one of the poors. I'm not getting that second tier. We mucked up Tom's show tonight. Gotcha. Oh, did SJ show up at Tom's door? No. Tom was never seen again. Doctor. Yeah, I can hear him yelling. Can you? We can hear yelling, but not specific words. Raid live at the Tom Gully Show. Guys, I'm going to get out of here and get you out of here because if it is, the raid is live right now. I don't want you to miss any of it. Plus, I have to go outside and go. You guys really want to fight that bad? I know a guy in Florida. That is the inside of the Perv Goose. This is just the flight deck. Take this off of here. All right. Well, that old clock on the wall says you don't have to, but you gotta. Let's go to the raid. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, I do want to thank though all the very generous people tonight. Terry Nee, the Doctorn, Metal Maiden Vicky twice, Brian Kowalczyk, Toby McGrovey, Terry Nee twice, the Doctorn. I think the Doctorn twice. Stacy Allen, Brian Kowalczyk, Metal Main Vicky again. Yeah, all of you guys. Thank you so much. Let's get out of here. Let's go raid. Till next time. Oh, Bob Levy's show, Out of the Coffin, on Levyverse tomorrow, 10 Eastern. And then we'll be back here tomorrow night. So, there we go.
I don't want